Saraswati Rahasya Upanishad. This Upanishad is related to the tradition of Krishna YajurVeda. This Upanishad has got its form in a questionnaire in which questions and answers session has taken place between the hermits and the great hermit Ashwalayana. The form of Mahasaraswati has been described with the essence herein. In the beginning, Saraswati Vidya containing 10 hymns and the sole mean for the knowledge of essence, Tattva. The subject matter then proceeds as the saint to this learning, the rhyme, the saints in separate for 10 hymns, and the god as also the rhyme. Pray to Mother Saraswati, the element of Brahma in Goddess Saraswati, the element of nature and the element of man, Purushatva, the illusion, Maya, the tenability of illusion of its impact, the tenet of two powers, the form of living organism, the destruction of discriminant mentality after decay of the tensility of illusion, the descriptions of the part of Brahma and nature in this visible world, the procedure of meditation in the substance of Brahma, 6 kinds of meditations, and the position of exclusive realization. It has been made undoubtedly clear that the devotee attains to emancipation by virtue of the knowledge acquired through this Upanishad. All hermits visited at the hermitage of Lord Ashwalayana and honored him with all respect and due compliance with the procedure wait for. They stood then and raised a question with closing hands. O Lord, how can the knowledge be acquired which enables to realize the element of Supreme Soul as the meaning of the foot Tat? Kindly tell us the element of knowledge acquired as a result of penance made by you for the divine power. Lord Ashwalayana replied with clarity and in order to satisfy the hermits, O hermits, I have obtained the immortal accomplishment, Parasiddhi, by virtue of the incessant prayer and japa, silent recital of the hymns pertaining to Mother Saraswati, with the 10 rikas of Rigveda as the seed hymn, Vija Mantra. The hermits then asked the second question, O the king hermit, you are performer of great deeds with your best resolutions. How and by what kind of concentration you were enabled to obtain the Saraswata hymn, and thus Mother Mahasaraswati was pleased. Kindly tell us the process you had adopted for that purpose. The renowned hermit Ashwalayana replied, O saints, Ashwalayana myself is the saint to this great hymn of Sri Saraswati, which consists of 10 hymns. Its rhyme is Anushtup and the god is Sri Vagishwari. Its seed hymn is Yadvaga and Devim Vacham is its power. Its Kilaka is Prano Devi and it has been applied Viniyoga with the pleasure of the god Sri Vagishwari. The Anganyasa, summoning gods of the different part of body, is made by reciting the hymns, namely Shraddha, obeisance, Prajna, conscience, Dharana, presumption, Vagdevata, god of speech, and Mahasaraswati, etc. After Anganyasa, the process of concentration is described. One should concentrate his mind as I bow and pray by using my mind and power of speech with a motive of accomplishment of outstanding. The Vani, Goddess Saraswati, who is with a white brilliance like the beauty of snow, garland of pearl, camphor, and the moon, who is all benevolent, duly adorned with garlands of yellow jasmine, and whose parts of body are most fascinating, with the breast duly developed. The hymn, namely Om Prano Devi, is with its saint Bharadwaja. The rhyme is Gayatri, and the god is Sri Saraswati. The Pranava, Om Namaha, is the seed, Bija, power, Shakti, and Kilaka. It has been applied for the accomplishment of desired objectives. The Anganyasa too is made by reciting this hymn. May Mother Saraswati provide me with perfect protection, whose nature is the sole element of Brahma, the substantial meaning of the Vedanta, and who is known with various names and several complexions. May Mother Saraswati, the goddess, provides us with the food, etc., in abundance because she is the greatest donor. Her stock of food is undepleted, and she provides her devotees and the persons arrange offerings for her pleasure with sheer protection. The saint to the hymn Anodivaha is Atri, the rhyme is Trishtup, and the god is Saraswati. Rin is the seed, power, and Kilaka of this hymn. This hymn is applied for the fulfillment of desired objectives. The process of nyasa is too performed by this very hymn. May Mother Goddess Saraswati provide us with protection because she is the exclusive power of the Supreme. Ishvara is the form of perfect knowledge, Parabrahma, and the four Vedas as also their parts and the limbs, Anga, Upanga, pray to her exclusively. May the Mother Goddess Saraswati come at our place of offering, descending from the world of sun in the form of light, and by crossing the clouds analogous to the shape of vast mountains. She is adorable to us all. May that goddess Saraswati voluntarily listen to over pleasing hymns recited by us and feel all pleasure. The saint to the hymn Pavaka Nah is Madhuchanda. The rhyme is Gayatri, and the god is Saraswati. The seed, power, and Kilaka to this hymn is Shrim. This hymn is applied for the accomplishment of desire. Anganyasa too is performed by this very hymn. May Mother Goddess Saraswati provide us with protection, who is existed everywhere in letter, word, pada, and sentence, etc., in the form of meaning, who is beyond the beginning and the end, and who is in uncountable complexions, properties, guna, etc. May Mother Goddess Saraswati be present in our offering and provide all cooperation until it is completed, who makes all devotees holy and well to do, who has undepleted stock of food, etc., and who is cause for the yield of wealth after due performance of the deeds, etc., requisite for it. The saint to the hymn Kodaitri is Madhuchanda. The rhyme is Gayatri, and the god is Saraswati. Bloom is the seed, power, and Kilaka of this hymn. It is applied for obtaining the desired wealth. The Anganyasa is too made through reciting this hymn. May Mother Goddess Saraswati provide all of us protection, who is the administrator of all gods, with inspiring power, who is in the form of metaphysics and the supreme divine, and who is existed in the form of Madhyama, speech. The goddess who inspires for using the humble and true words, who every moment monitors the intelligent, industrious people by making exegesis through supreme duty. Such Mother Goddess Saraswati has held this offering made by Yas devotees. The saint of Mahovarna is Madhuchanda, the rhyme is Gayatri, and the god is Saraswati. The so is the seed, the power, and the kilaka of this hymn. The power of Nyasa too is performed by reciting this hymn. May Mother Goddess Saraswati provide us protection, who controls the three worlds by virtue of her intuitive power and who is enshrined in the form of Rudra and Aditya, etc. God. The Mother Goddess Saraswati originated in the form of a river, identifying with the unending stock of water and embedded within her by virtue of her work in a flow. She awakes the duty conscious of all kinds through her divine form. The hermit to the hymn Chatvarivak is Digratama, the son of Uchatya. The rhyme is Trishtup and the god is Saraswati. Aim is the seed, the power, and the kilaka of this hymn. This hymn is applied with the motive of accomplishment to the desired objectives. The process of nyasa, too, is performed by this hymn. May Mother Goddess Saraswati provide as with protection, who is being perceived in a number of forms for all living organisms, who have the power of initiation, and who is enshrined at all places in the form worth knowing. The speech entirely has been divided into four parts. These are called Para, Pashyanti, Madhyama, and Vaikhari, respectively. These speeches are known to the learned Brahmana and scholars. The three speeches, that is, Para, Pashyanti, and Madhyama, are enshrined in the cavity of heart. These, therefore, are not revealed outside, but the fourth speech, that is, Vaikhari, is only used by the human beings in their conversation made with others. The saint to him Yadvagavadanti is Bhargava. The rhyme is Trishtup and the god is Saraswati. Claim is the seed, power, and kilaka of this hymn. The process of nyasa too is performed by reciting this hymn. May Mother Goddess Saraswati provide us all protection, who is in the eight forms as a result of classification under name, caste, etc., and concomitantly is being seen in the single form. When the power of speech attains the offering by educating the fools who please all gods and originates the divine spirits, Rashtre, Mother Saraswati, in the same time exploits the food and water for the four directions, Chaturdik, where these the essence embedded in Madhyama speech go. The intuitive saint to the hymn Devim Vacham is Bhargava. The rhyme is Trishtup and the god is Saraswati. The so is the seed power, Shakti, and the Kilaka. The process of nyasa should be performed by evicting this hymn. May Mother Goddess Saraswati provide us her kind protection, whose expressive and inexpressive speech is used by all living organisms, including gods, etc., and who is in the form of speech, who is competent to provide with all desired things like milk from Kamadhenu. May Mother Goddess Saraswati, in the form of speech, be present before all of us, devotees, duly pleased by the best hymns. That illuminating Vaikhari speech has been originated by the breathing gods, which is used by all creatures, and who is pleasure giver like Kamadhenu, as also provides with food, cereals, and power both. The initiative saint to the hymn Utattva is Brihaspati, the rhyme is Trishtup, and the god is Saraswati. Some is the seed, power, Shakti, and Kilaka. The Nyasa should be performed with this very hymn. May Mother Goddess Saraswati provide us all with protection, to whom realized by yogis as Brahma Vidya, and then they are liberated from all worldly ties, and the supreme immortal position is secured when the root of this learning is followed. There are a few people who can't perceive the apparent power of speech, even if they face and see it frequently in their life. Again, there are some more people who listens, yet they can't listen for the real purposes. However, there are rare people for whom the goddess of speech makes herself so disclosed as the wife adorned with decent apparels and ornaments offers herself fully disclosed before her husband. The initiative saint the initiative saint to the hymn Ambitama is Gratsamada. The rhyme is Anushtup and the god is Saraswati. The aim is the seed, power, and kilaka. The process of nyasa too is performed by reciting this very hymn. May Mother Goddess Saraswati provide us all with protection in the form of Brahma. She is worshipped by all scholars of Brahma while living in this illusory world, which is recognized with the name and the complexion. They thus surrender this illusory network at the feet of Goddess Saraswati. O Mother Goddess Saraswati, you are the greatest among all motherly powers, rivers, and goddesses. We are suffering from the lack of wealth, and this world is beating us like a pauper. O Mother, kindly provide us with all kinds of upliftments which make us prosperous from all angles. May Goddess Saraswati enshrines daily in Manasarovara of mind, who moves like flaming in the lotus forest of Prajapati Brahma's mouth, and who lights all directions with her white brilliance. O Goddess Saraswati, you reside in the province of Kashmira. We salute you. I pray you daily. Kindly grace me with the true learning. You are the imparter of Vidya, learning. A garland made of pearls is always adorned in your breast region. O Goddess Saraswati, please always be enshrined on my tongue. May Goddess Mahasaraswati, whose throat is conch like, whose lips are copper like, and who is adorned with all ornaments, be enshrined at the forepart of my tongue at ease. May Mother Goddess Saraswati reside on our tongue always and provide us, devotees, the six kinds of properties, individual sama, dhamma, etc. She is in forms of obeisance, faith, wisdom, and mistress of the law, Vidhi Vallabha. I pray Mother Bhavani Saraswati, who has hair duly adorned by Chandrakala, who is like a nectar flowing river and decaying the pains of the world. The person desirous of poetic power, enjoyment, fearlessness, and immunization should worship with keen devotion daily Mother Saraswati with reciting these 10 hymns. The person who performs worship of Goddess Saraswati, complying with the procedure and does pray to her daily with keen devotion and obeisance, he definitely attains her grace within the short span of 6 months. As a result of this accomplishment, the speech full of elegant letters in the form of words, prose, and poetry starts emanating automatically with unique elocution from the mouth of such devotee. The poet graced by Goddess Saraswati enables to know even the connotation orient scriptures even without hearing to from others. O Brahmanas, Mother Goddess Saraswati herself had pronounced this fact with confirmation. We obtained the learning of soul, true and immortal, from Prajapati Brahma, and I have now acquired the element of Brahma, immortal and full of everlasting pleasure subsequently. This nature we created by taking in equal proportions the free properties, that is, the sattva, rajas, and tamas, as the reflection is seen in the mirror. The element of sensitivity appears true in the nature. It is the reflection of that sensitive element which enables perceiving the nature in three forms. You have got this living body as a result of the combination made in the nature. The predominance of sattva property in the nature is called illusion. The element of sensitivity as reflected within that illusion consisting of sattva property is called Brahma. That illusion is the designation name dependent to the Brahma. The main characteristics of that gigantic Brahma is that it controls the illusion and it is unique as also omniscient. The Brahma as a reason of being witness to all worlds, overextended and full of sattva property, it is competent to create, not create, and do some different deed from as that of creation. This is the reason that element of sensitivity is called Ishvara, particularly because it is enriched with the element of omniscience, etc. properties. There are two powers with illusion, Maya. These are known as Vikshepa and Avarana. The former power, that is Vikshepa, creates everything from the body, linga, to the entire world, including Brahmanda. The later power, that is Avarana, is the power of Apara. It is corporate. The discriminant cause existed in Brahma and the creation, Srishti, in the innermost world. This power is only main cause for the worldly ties. The evident Shakshi seems it in the formation of linga and the body. The living organism performing activities in this visible world is originated when the virtual image of the sensitive element is added with the causative nature. The worldly discrimination starts being clear as and when the power of avarana is decayed, viz. The power keeps a distance between the element of sensitivity and the state of unconsciousness. At that state, the position of living element is discharged and the power enshrined by extending the discrimination of Brahma is duly reckoned with. Thus, the Brahma, enslaved by that power, starts appearing defective. The discrimination of Brahma and creation Shrishti starts clear as soon as the avarana is furnished. The Brahma being free from defects, the creation only falls in the defective position. The five parts amsa has been stated as ashti is existed, bhati appears or seems, priya in the form of pleasure, rupa complexion, and nama designation and complexion have been told as the form of the world. It is the coherence of designation and complexion by virtue of which the supreme element of soul, truth, mind, and pleasure enshrines in the form of world. The devotee should therefore always engross in the meditation from in and out both. There are two kinds of meditation, out of which one is called compromising savikalpa and the other is called exclusive nirvikalpa. The first meditation is also in two forms. The one is known as perception through the observation, drishyanu vidha, and the other is perception through the second, shabdanu vidha. One should consider that the defects like sensuality, etc., usually arising in the mind are visible and sensitive soul in their witness. The first kind of meditation, that is savikalpa samadhi, is called perception through the sound. A devotee who neglects the scenes and the sounds and is engrossed with perception of soul attains the state of exclusive meditation. At that state, he stands undedicated like the flame of a lamp when the wind is not blowing. This nirvikalpa and savikalpa meditation is enshrined in the heart. Similarly, when the mind is attracted towards a thing in particular, the meditation is obtained. The first kind of meditation is obtained when the discretion of the observer and the scene is applied. The second kind of meditation depicts the concentration of the sensitive element residing under the discriminative cognizance of each thing as per its name and complexion. The third kind of meditation has been stated as analogous to the earlier one. In the state of this meditation, the omnipresent essence of sensitivity is perceived, and the change so generated makes the devotee fully stunned. Every man should pass his life practicing continuously these six kinds of meditations. The knowledge of Supreme Soul rises only when the physical ego is entirely decayed. As a result of this best knowledge originated, the mind attains the pleasure of immortality everywhere and at every place where even it goes. All kinds of confusions are ceased at that state, and the knots made in the heart are automatically untied. All kinds of deeds performed or committed by the man meet to non est when the artful and the artless Brahma is realized. The discriminations between living element and element of God are removed. The person known to this fact really is the liberated soul, and there is no scope for any doubts. This very thing is pronounced by this knowledge of Upanishad. Iti Saraswati Rahasya Upanishad Samapta. Om Tat Sat.